teased, announced that Beau's dad has two dads. So we're going to see more LGBTQ characters in the show.
Yeah, this is something that's obviously really close to my heart. I am a gay woman. I'm engaged to a woman. It's something that is really personal to me and is really important to me. So it's something that this show is about relationships, and it's about friendships, it's about family, it's about romantic relationships at times. All of those are given sort of equal weight because a friendship can be as powerful as a romantic relationship, as a family relationship. All of those relationships are explored very thoroughly in this show. It is very important to me to include representation and to make LGBTQ viewers feel very safe and protected. It doesn't mean that the characters will always be happy. It doesn't mean things will always work out. It means that I want to tell the stories that are important to me and that I hope are important to other viewers, while dodging pitfalls that can be upsetting or harmful to certain viewers who are marginalized.
And also, like, when I revealed that, it was so funny because I wasn't even thinking about it. That it wasn't like news. Like,
yeah, exactly.
In my mind, the characters which you'll meet, and I won't say anything more about. Oh my god! But they are so funny and nuanced and interesting. So I was just thinking of like who Beau becomes around them, and that's why I love them. Not necessarily because of their.
It's a world where it's like it's all very normal, and it's all very. It's just a it's a world with gender dynamics and that we don't see in real life, but it frees up a lot. It frees up a lot to play with, and DreamWorks has honestly been really supportive, and I'm really excited. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm really excited for
I've done enough of that
to see it.
I think this show is something I've never really seen before, and that it's a reboot of a spin-off that took the spin-off as the originator. I did notice that the trailer name-dropped the word Eternia. So what I'm wondering is, without spoiling future seasons and all that, does DreamWorks have the rights to the entire Eternia canon?
No. It is a little bit of a balancing act. It is something that we sort of have to navigate because we have access to certain things and not others. But one of my favorite things about the Masters of the Universe world is the lore and is how broad it is. And so much of the show is setting it up as almost like setting up the original shows as the mythology of this world. So these characters, it's like, the setting is that it's been 1,000 years and they've sort of been on this world that's regrown from this ancient civilization. They still have remnants of it around, ruins. That's where the sword came from. And they're trying to piece together the truth of who these people were. What is Eternia? What is Grayskull? And it's set up as almost like a mystery. And so that's been really exciting to sort of develop it as the lore of our show and then get into that because I love lore. I just love it.
Are some of the characters from Filmation are embargoed that you can't use, or you could use all of them?
Yeah, there are some that we can't use. There are some that are the property of He-Man. There are just certain things we can't use. And sometimes, we try our best and then they're like, no, maybe not. But also, Mattel's been an amazing partner to work with. They've been so supportive. It's just really, we are trying not to step on any potential future stories, but we have our very own specific sandbox to play in.
What's it like jumping from comics to animation, and how is that collaboration different and similar?
Comics is like, I love comics. I love the stories that you can tell with comics. I love as a visual medium. It is, even when you're working with a team, you tend to be a little more isolated from each other, and you can do it all yourself if you really want to, and if you hate your hand enough and want it to fall off. So my first story that I published was Nimona, and I did everything on it. I drew it, I wrote it, I inked it, I colored it, I lettered it, and it was just a story that was true to me. Now I work with a team. Now I work with a crew. I work with actors. I work with, board artists and designers and writers and, technicians and editors and all of these people who do a different part of the job. So much of my job is about supporting them and giving them a platform to tell the story that they are passionate about. And so it's in so many ways just so different, but it's so rewarding. I really love the teamwork aspect of it and the collaboration.
So is the show also going to ignore the whole secret identity thing? Because I noticed Shira just revealed who she is.
Yeah, it was a little tricky to work with the secret identity, especially since in the original show, her closest friends didn't know that she was Shira, which was really hard because it'd be like, you know, oh, Bo, wait here a second, and then Shira comes back and he's like, where did Adora go? She's like, she's fine, don't worry. But also they're just logistical things like, does Adora just carry Shira's sword around? Why does no one realize that it's Shira's sword?
Don't you feel like it also complicates the relationship in like a really good way? Because if your friend is like your friend and your peer, but also this like superhero, how does that change the power dynamic?
Yeah.
Like, how do you say, hey, I don't like what you did, when she can very easily transform into an tall, you know, superhero?
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, you've opened up a well of storyline and human complication and relationships and taking away the secret identity.
Yeah, it's just trying to do a new spin on it, a little bit different than what the original show did. Yeah.
Aimee, you had said that you didn't know about She-Ra when you had first joined,
Yeah.
but your husband got really excited about it,
Yeah.
and like now you're seeing how excited fans are. And that. How is that like seeing it grow and seeing like everyone react to it coming back?
It's kind of like not knowing when your birthday is, and then someone's like, "It's your birthday," and all of these people showed up. It's been that experience, and I find my husband's a few years older than I am, and I find like if you tell it to people that are over 35, you get the reaction is like unbridled, and I think obviously there's a younger audience as well. So now to see the younger and the older mixed together in one room or in this event has really been super special, and honestly, like I've most of it has been very, very positive, and I feel like incredibly welcomed. As a novice in this world, I know it's so special, and it means everything to so many people. It's really a source of pride to be entrusted with just one side of it, which is the voice.
Noelle, for you, DreamWorks has kind of been in the forefront of animation, especially with the success of Voltron, and it's kind of similar in the sense of you see kind of the openness of people. There's a lot of diversity. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
So when you joined DreamWorks and they kind of came with you with this project, you were like, I can trust them completely. Is that true or not? Or were there some things that they kind of like were like, maybe not?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a dance. DreamWorks is my partner in this endeavor, so everything that I do has to be sanctioned by them. Yeah. They've been a really supportive partner in that. Like, it has been, there are times at the show that I get weird, or I'm like, here's a joke that like maybe I'm the only one who thinks it's funny, but I'm gonna run with it. And like the fact that they have like really let that weirdness shine, instead of like, I feel like so often with female heroes, there's the temptation to kind of hammer her out so much that she sort of loses her texture and flavor, to sort of be like, we have to make her appealing to literally everyone in the entire world, and you just can't do that. That's just not a good way to show a fully fleshed out character. So the fact that it was, they were supportive of, my need to make these characters flawed and fully human, and showcasing the relationships that I was passionate about. Like, that was like, it doesn't mean that they say yes to everything I want to do, but like, I'm really happy with how the partnership has gone, and Thank you. Thank you so much.